Hi guys, welcome to our Techtorial podcast episode 2. Today I will be talking to Zoltan from Batch 10 and let's see his experience, how it was here at Techtorial.
I think it was the same like for everybody. It's kind of deer in the headlights, but it's like nice headlights. So it's pleasant for everybody. You're just like waiting for something maybe bad to happen, but it doesn't. It's getting pleasant and better. You get to know people, so it gets more and more pleasant. So it was a daunting experience, but it was an awesome experience.
Nice. Okay. What are some for example, pros that some positive things that happened to you during this, and then what are some challenges you faced? I'm curious because I asked this to students, but I like to I want to get hear more actually.
So nice experiences. Mm-hmm. Nice experiences was the teaching style of Efe was good because you could keep up. You felt that she knows what he's talking about, but it didn't feel very not too smart for this stuff. You felt like you can handle this. Mm-hmm. Every class was hard, but I'm hanging in. I still didn't fall off the bus. So that was one of the nice things. Plus, it's the community at Techtorial. That's the awesome stuff. Yeah.
And what else?
And who leads the community at Techtorial?
I wonder who.
I don't know. I think the name starts with A and ends with A.
Is it me? Oh my god. No, but that's great. I'm glad you have a great experience. Okay, nice. So I know you had your mock interviews halfway through the course. How did that go?
The mock interviews was good. Everybody was super afraid of it. It was very pleasant.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's kind of nerve-wracking because you're okay, it's 3 months in, now I gotta show them what I learned.
Exactly. Okay. And I was pleasantly surprised that I learned something.
Aww. You're oh my god, I really did that.
Everybody's going into the mock interview, I don't know anything. And then you get an 8, 9 or something like that. And
you're I'm so proud of myself.
Really?
This year you guys get your own awards as well.
Exactly.
Nice. Cool.
You go back to the teacher and are you sure?
Okay, yeah. And how about once you start learning Selenium or Cucumber or API, how did you feel that transition of just you're coding for a long while and then you're learning into new topics and stuff like that? I'm sure it felt a little bit of a change of what you're used to.
It was a change of pace, but for me, everybody was saying that Selenium is gonna get way easier and everything is gonna get clear and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I think for a lot of people from our batch and from every batch that I hear it was, but I am out of the ordinary in this case because it didn't feel easier.
Really?
It was doable. I was doing it, but to me it was it's not easy. You guys promised easy. What are we doing here?
It's different because trust me, some people pretty much almost everyone knows. I did the course myself. I went in there, and for me it was Java was terrifying. But when I went to Selenium, I was more relaxed. And when I was asking around, how Selenium and stuff like that, everyone was well, not everyone, but some people were oh, it's easy. Some people were oh, it's difficult. So it's nice to see something different. From my experience, yours, you felt a little bit more whoa. And
yeah.
I'm just
No, it's in the end, as an end result, looking back at it now, I think Selenium is the clearest from everything. That's what you get. You can get your hands on those web elements and expats, and you know. I think that's what I stayed with me the most. Selenium for sure.
Nice, that's good. Now, finale, the whole preparing for the market. How did that go for you?
Yeah, it was. It's like tunnel vision. Really, it's just you got on the train and then you got off the train.
Really?
At the end,
okay.
it was just continuous. As soon as it started, it started before because I didn't get on the market at once a week or 2 weeks later than my batchmates. but I was already helping at the interviews, like getting into the interviews and like being like the just the helper. So I was already in the school and running from one interview and the other. It just weren't mine. And then like 2 days later, they were my interviews that I was running to, and other people were running after me to, to help out. So yeah, it was an awesome experience, I think, in the end, especially when the end result is positive.
Yeah.
It can be really bad. It was cool. It's for everybody. Everybody starts out. The first interview, I don't think anybody has a good interview as a first one.
It's the beginning. You're kind of like, it's like when you're like about to go into like either a lake or a beach, and you're like want to test out the waters. You kind of like put a toe in there or something, or a little bit of a foot, and you kind of try it out. But I mean, the first time it's kind of like shocking and like stuff like that. But once you continue going, like you get used to the water. So I feel like that's how the interviews are. Like the first time, you kind of like. You try, and you just want to get a little feel of it, and then once you keep going, it's good.
That would be my advice, actually. To go when most of our batch mates, to go when you go to interview, go with your batch mates, because you kind of have like a herd, like an instinct, like you're going with them. So you can't be like an individual and get scared, like, oh my god, my first interview is so horrible. I'm gonna wait another week until I get my second one. Because everybody's going and everybody's doing it, and you already called like 50 recruiters, and they're going to like ask you to, they schedule your interview, and you just go. Everybody's interviewing, you're going it too. But if you're like doing it alone and you have one bad interview, you can get really discouraged. But when you have people around you and they have bad interviews and nobody cares, and just keeps going, gives you like lifts you up and just like gets you through the starting obstacles.
Yeah. Do you feel like, for example, like your batch, were you guys pretty united when it came to like keeping you guys like positive and stuff like that? Because I do see like in the halls a lot of you guys are always like together and stuff like that. But even when you guys are already like either starting work or stuff like that, or preparing for the market, like you guys were always in like your groups. Could you say like you guys were pretty like onto each other, like when it came to like? You
couldn't really say that we had groups. We had just one group. Like maybe it was like, they were the group would have been too big to like stay together. So the group was like spreading up because of place issues, like into different groups, because you couldn't like 20 people hang out in the same place, all the time. But I think we were very united. As like there was a core of 15 people, 20 people that were like really that are still really good friends, and we help each other out. So I think our batch was really good in this case. Like I'm very happy that I managed to like latch onto this batch and get through it with them. They're awesome people, and you guys are awesome people.
Aw, that's true. I mean, I do remember when you came into Techtorial saying you wanted to join pretty much the batch, so it's pretty nice, now to see you here with your offer. How many offers?
I don't know.
Just know he's carrying his offer. So, anyways, it makes me happy, to see like it's nice to see students come in and then students leave with their work already placed on. Of course you're not leaving. I already told you batch 10. You better not leave me. But what I'm saying is, you're finishing your course and you have your offer and you're ready to work. So that makes me really happy.
It makes me really happy that I came here and I got to know you and you guys and everything. And this is an awesome community, and it's more than a school, and it's more than a tool for getting your future together.
We adore you guys.
Thank you so much, Zoltan.